Although he's a shrewd businessman, everyone who knows Spielberg says he's still very much like a precocious kid.
There we go.
Even his office is filled with toys, although they're, for the most part, adult toys.
This is the kind of place where potentially we could get no work done.
This grown-up kid has no hesitation telling you he's having more fun now than when he was growing up.
Well, I would have probably hesitated if I had like a couple good years. Then I would have said, well, there was the 4th and 5th grade. No.
What about your popularity? Were you a popular kid?
No. I was, you know, the last kid to be chosen for the softball team, the last kid to be chosen for the touch football team, the last kid to be chosen for basically everything, including badminton. You know?
And then something happened that changed his life.
We bought him a little movie camera, and he just started off. But we didn't know he was Steven Spielberg. I mean, this is my little blonde kid with the ears and little bangs.
Leah Adler is Spielberg's mother. When he was growing up, she encouraged his creativity and was often his cohort.
I mean, he'd want to do something harebrained, like go out in the desert and make a movie.
How old?
Oh, 8. I drove an Army Jeep. We lived in Arizona. And I had a pith helmet and a fatigue outfit. And he'd say, let's go, and I'd keep him home from school, and I used to lie. I wrote marvelous notes. I'm very creative. I could always think of a new ailment to keep my kid home from school.
So you could make a movie?
And we'd go out in the desert, and I just had a ball with him.
Hello.
Today, Spielberg is revered here at Universal Studios, and although he makes movies for other studios as well, if you take the tour of the back lot, the biggest attractions are from Spielberg movies.
There's the shark right there. There's Jaws. Now, why the shark works so well here every day, and I couldn't get the damn thing working for 2 months in Martha's Vineyard in '74, I'll never know. The shark was scheduled to make many more appearances, according to the script. And when the shark wasn't ready, or when we tested it and it sunk, what we did was, I just decided to shoot without the shark. And in a way, I think it increased the... It torqued up the suspense of the movie because you really didn't know where it was going to come from next. And rather than not seeing the shark every scene, instead, I just played a lot of the fear from people in water. Seeing their legs kicking, a point of view of the camera moving, or just seeing the surface of the water with nothing below. That's what I think turned the movie into more of an exercise in suspense than just a horror film.
So if you had had the shark when you wanted it, you probably would have had a different movie.
I probably would have had a movie that wouldn't have been as successful, I think, yeah.
What's going on, Unfazed crew? So today, I was kind of figuring, what do I want to vlog? I was having a hard time deciding, and I was kicking around some ideas of what's local, what's around here, and I thought, you know what, lately I've been on a little bit of a Steven Spielberg kick. And I remembered Steven Spielberg actually grew up here, and he moved into this house behind me in 1957 at the age of 10. He attended Ingleside Elementary around the corner, which we'll take a look at in a little bit, and he also attended Arcadia High School. Steven actually lived here while he was directing his very first feature when he was a teenager called Firelight, which eventually he adapted the idea of and turned into Close Encounters of the Third Kind. So I'm going to take a little look at this house here. Obviously not a whole lot to see, but still pretty cool. So let's check it out. It's just awesome to think of little Steven Spielberg playing in this front yard here. Very cool. So correction, it's Ingleside Middle School that Steven Spielberg attended, which makes sense, part of the Scottsdale Unified School District. And here's a look at the school. Here's a look at the front of Arcadia High School, where Steven Spielberg attended high school. Lots of awkward Spielberg memories here. And that cop's trying to chase down E.T. Looks like someone had ribs for lunch. Maybe E.T. was here. All right, so I'm outside the Phoenix Theater Company, which was formerly the Phoenix Little Theater. Now, this is the place that Steven Spielberg had his very first job in the props department, and also the place where he premiered his first film, Firelight, at the age of 17. Let's go take a look. Singing in the rain. Here we have the Steven Spielberg entrance. There he is, the man, the myth, the legend, Steven Spielberg. Oh, look at that. There's his premiere of his first movie, Firelight. That's very cool. That was right here, guys. That's awesome. It all started here. I'm proud to be one of the many individuals who have been touched by the magic of this beautiful venue. Congratulations to you all, and break a leg in the years, decades, and centuries still to come. With deepest gratitude, Steven Spielberg. There he is. There he is. All right, well, let's take a look inside the Phoenix Theater Company. Now, I've actually been here before, but it's been a long time. One of my buddies was taking an acting class here, and they had a performance that I sat in on. Pretty interesting. Let's take a look. And this is just adjacent to the Phoenix Art Museum. Pretty little courtyard. Yeah, so this definitely leads into the art museum across the way. Still pretty nice. Fancy. Got a nice Elton John outfit here. Well, that concludes my look at Steven Spielberg's childhood home, where he went to school, and ultimately where he kicked off his incredible, iconic career. Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, and most importantly, remain unfazed. See ya.
I mean, maybe it'll be a revolution, and the films will be smaller but much more provocative.
Can you do that kind of movie?
Yes, I can, if I find the right script and story, absolutely. But I'll miss the big show.